Coming to you live from the top floor of the OBB Corporate Tower in downtown Coral Gables. You're listening to the top-rated American football podcast in countries that don't play American football. Ain't that some shit? These are the Orange Bowl Boys.
Brought to you by Ed Morse. Join the over 2 million people that are backed by Morse. Visit edmorse.com.
Here's Toast, Roman, and Scoop.
Welcome to the Mario era, chapter 50.
50 di Mario! It's a me, it's a Mario, it's the off-season. You hide up your recruits, so I take them all.
Taking all the recruits, Mario?
Taking them all.
Taking them all. Taking them all.
It's a flippy season.
Don't leave those recruits unattended.
Woo.
Mario's on the trail, boys.
Ooh,
It's official today. Back on the trail.
Yeah, you could.
Yep.
You could see recruits opening day. Yeah,
Here we go. I'm looking for now. We just scan the timeline for visit photos.
Yeah. Well, so you brought that up. Just a little interesting piece of info. You're not going to be seeing nearly as many visit photos as you have in years past, as right now the Canes are down to only 21 official visits left between now and March. So they will be very select, and you're not going to see just huge official visit weekends happening because they have to be very, precise, shall we say, with who gets these OVs.
Oh, that's a change from years past. That's a change from years past. Yeah, and I heard the portal news. Are we down at the Green Tree?
You know what? I think we should probably get our asses on down there, huh?
Line 72. Line 800.
Go! Go ahead.
Oh, that was
okay.
That was
I heard
elongated.
Yeah.
Right? That was like, when is that going away?
Right?
Like,
yeah. So we know that the portal
really fucking up
both
my
ways.
timing, Joe. It's like that really screwed me up. Did it not?
I was waiting for him to talk, and I was going to fade it out.
But as of right now, Avante Williams, Jalen Harrell, Keyshawn Washington, Al Blades Jr., Gilbert Frison, Alan Hay, Elijah Roberts, Thad Franklin, and Keyshawn Smith are on that initial wave of transfers out of the program. That's where we sit.
Which of those kind of struck you? Any of those kind of? I'll be honest. I mean, I wasn't surprised by it, but obviously heartbroken that Tay's leaving us.
Yeah, and Tay, having a legacy recruit like Al Blades Jr. was one of those ones too. When I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, did not see that one coming."
And
but
Gil.
obviously, and Gil never really emerged here as well. As the season was progressing, and you kind of heard some things, Keyshawn Smith was definitely a name that I wasn't shocked by it. Obviously, we had high hopes coming in there. Had some moments and looked good last year. A couple moments this year where he looked good, but obviously they feel like the grass is greener on the other side of the lake, and we wish all the Miami Hurricanes and their future endeavors well.
We got a little bit of whatever on Twitter, a little bit of clap back. I don't know how you say it. Somebody came at us about wishing Tay good luck.
Really?
Yeah. And I thought to
like we shouldn't.
Yeah. And why would you?
why would you? Why wouldn't you?
Because we're not assholes. How's that?
Okay.
You, sir, are an asshole. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
You can't wish somebody you can't be a good human and wish somebody good luck.
Apparently not.
Because
apparently
they didn't,
not.
they didn't play here up to your expectations. Like, what is wrong with you people?
That's fine. There's 85 scholarship players on the roster. The reality is you're not all 85 are going to have the same roles as somebody else. Obviously, his role wasn't the same. Came in heralded out of high school, number one safety in the country, and I just blew. I got to give you, it's blue. He's like, yeah, out of all this, though, pay attention to this kid, Cam Kinchins. Cam Kinchins is the truth, and he wasn't lying. And obviously, you couldn't take Cam off the field. You could not take Cam off the field. But he's highest PFF grade
we talk
in
about
the country as far as the safety position.
We're
going to talk about that too. And how do you take him off the field? Now you can have different packages, and that's what Avonte was doing, right? Different sub packages he was coming in, dime packages. But in terms of free safety, the position that Avonte Williams was supposed to play, Cam Kitchens wasn't giving up that spot. Nor should he. Not the way he played.
So let's say it. So Cam Kitchens, highest PFF grade in the country, right? The company who gives the PFF grades, the PFF college company, right? He's got the highest in the country by them. It's their grading system.
Well, he had the second highest grade for safety and highest grade in pass coverage, right? Like it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't make All-American PFF.
No.
I mean, I think I'm pretty smart. Apparently not. I'm not sure how that relates to not being in the top 2 safeties in the country. Am I wrong with that? Do I just not understand this?
The only possible reason I can think in the back of my head is because early on he had a couple of just awful breakdown and coverages that were just ugly.
And
maybe that was like a tiebreaker. I know. I'm aware of that. Okay. But maybe they had like a tie-breaking eye test. I don't know. But yeah. Whatever.
They missed the interceptions from the opposite hash, did they?
Apparently, yes.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. It's their system and they don't abide by it, but makes sense.
Yeah, no,
makes absolutely no sense. I was shocked. I was even shocked that they made him first team All ACC. I was like, they'll find a way to figure that out. Any way that they can to give it to a Clemson guy or to just like some random dude from Wake Forest. I was legitimately confused at the fact that him and Lou the Shoe. Got to give props and praise to Lou Headley. He was also first team All ACC. Good job. You are our offensive MVP this year. I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
So possibly the biggest portal news is who's not going into it, and that is both TVD and Jake have announced they're coming back. And I got to think that a lot of folks were surprised that both of them said that.
I was surprised. I mean, you would think. And here's the thing: if you want to call it news breaking, that Tyler was coming back was first, right? That was before Jake. I'm shocked.
Listen,
I'm shocked.
It means that Jake bought into this coaching staff. He's one of Mario's guys now. Like he bought in. He's one of those. I said only like 20 guys bought in. Obviously, he's one that did.
I'm going to go on record here. Those dudes committed to come back because they know what they're capable of under a different offensive system. Which, if you have any semblance of sanity left in your brain, and you can't put 2 and 2 together, the offense is not going to be the same next year. Take that for what it's worth. It is not going to be the same.
What if that's fine? What if it's the same guy running a different system?
Then it totally falls in line to what I just said.
Just curious, because I don't think there's any news on that, and both of them committed really early and coming back really early. So it could be the same guy with a different...
Well, it comes down to this. Listen, it comes down to this. Obviously, there's going to be draft. We know how this works, right? There's draft grades. And obviously, Jake Garcia doesn't have enough film to get a draft grade. TBD has a draft grade, right? Probably how that works. He's going to go ahead, take a second, talk to his camp, talk to parents, talk to folks, talk to himself. What's the best situation for him? Obviously, as of now, the best decision for him is to come back. So he's going to make that. Jake Garcia is going to be contingent a lot on that because this was supposed to be Jake Garcia's year, right? Tyler is supposed to be going in the first round, right? Obviously, with the season that had, the offense dysfunction, a lot of that not on his shoulders whatsoever. All right, just wrong shoe. Obviously, we're in the situation that we're at. So it just seems like it's a reset back to last year, right? If Jake coming back buys in because Tyler's gonna emerge as a guy again.
Like nobody be surprised. We want to let everybody know that Tyler's coming back because he's the starter. So let's put any speculation to bed.
Oh yeah, right? I think there's no debate.
Yeah, well, I don't want anyone out there screaming that they want Jake again. Like, knock it off.
No.
So then Jake is thinking, okay, we're back to we lost a year, right? If I transfer, I got to go win the job. I got to battle for a year, and this is what it is. I believe in Mario, and it comes in line with that. Like, I believe in Mario. I believe in his vision. I know Mario is going to fix this. I know he's going to make the necessary changes because regardless of what you say with Josh, the iteration of Josh Gaddis that was here, the style of offense, 19 points a game, I mean, that's what you want your defensive coordinator to put up as a points per game average, right? Not your offensive coordinator. I mean, that was abysmal. So, of course, he can't sell two potential starting quarterbacks, an NFL-worthy quarterback in that, hey, we're going to keep things the same, status quo. And you guys, there's more to it. Those guys committed back on the spot, and I think there's more to it. Rumors that Josh Gaddis could be returning to the Big Ten at Iowa as the OC wide receiver coach, former Bama Michigan OC who coached McNamara and is currently at Miami. Yeah, so
that's convenience. That's convenience.
It's just convenience.
Because McNamara goes there, so everyone thinks that Josh Gaddis goes.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying we're not saying that he's going to go to Iowa, but I don't know if he's going to stay here.
I honestly, that'd probably be a really good move for him. I'm just saying, because their offense can't get any worse. Well, really, neither can Miami. So I guess either one of the programs is a good spot for him because it only get better. But yeah, that's really interesting. McNamara goes to Iowa.
Well, they need the help.
Well, listen, you have Gabby tweeting out that Gaddis is going to be out looking at two Miami wide receivers.
Clickbait
tonight.
Clickbait.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So
they still got to work
recruiting.
Yeah, for Iowa, for McNamara.
Listen, all right. So right now, give it a percentage. What do you think is the percentage that he's here and he's not here?
100% he's not here.
Oh, really? Oof. I'm still 50-50.
Oh, good for you.
I can still see him coming back. Wow. Okay. What do you know that I?
I'm going to split. I'm going to split the baby. I'll go 75. Here's more of an indictment. I think that
he's gone.
Yes. Here's what really gets overlooked, and it was brought up as far as the Iowa thing. This really, really, really gets overlooked, I think, and nobody's touched on it. We haven't even touched on it, which is surprising. All we focus on is his offensive lack of prowess, the scheme, the poor play calling, the things that we haven't liked about this system. We do not and have not focused whatsoever on the fact that he's also the wide receivers coach. And they, aside from Colby Young, don't look good.
And Colby, after that emergence, kind of disappeared again towards the back end.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they started shading that direction. But think about it, right? X gets hurt, and they don't look very good. They simply don't as a unit. So I think that gets totally overlooked, too. So if he stays, does Mario restructure a little bit? Maybe bring in a wide receivers coach?
I would.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of
the one thing
manipulation.
And with Frank Ponce in this, too, the one thing I do like it when the offensive coordinator comes in, he's also a quarterback coach. I really do. It just Ken Dorsey is going out there with Josh Allen. He's played that position. He knows that position. He played in the NFL. He understands what the quarterback's going. There was a lot of times this year that's where I felt there was a disconnect. Like what you're asking the quarterback to do wasn't really synced up to what the offense was actually doing. So if I had to interject that, does it have to be that way? Absolutely not. But it was very clear that Josh Gaddis was not a quarterback to me.
Well, let me ask you this. Plays. If you're right row and he's absolutely gone, how would you feel if Mario simply just elevated Frank to be the OC?
I don't necessarily think he's going to go that route.
No, but how would you feel about that? Would you be satisfied with that?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's somebody other than what I just witnessed. No, because I think there's other systems out there that and Toast, you've heard myself and Scoop for the better part of 5 years parade a certain style of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be pretty insistent about that. I'm that guy on the side of the street just flipping a sign, play this, do this here, do this here, do this here.
Well, but let me ask you this, because, and you know more about this than me, but the offense you ran at App State, though, wasn't that much more in line with what you'd like to see?
Between.
Yes. In between. Yes and no. I mean, it's not what Mario is going to do. But see, I will say this. It's not exactly what Mario is going to prefer because of the style blocking thing. Now, Ponce, it was kind of like out of necessity, right? So Toast, when you're going to these smaller schools, right, and you're not getting the big behemoth linemen, you have to run a lot of you have to run a lot of zone schemes because a lot of double teams, you need smaller, quicker linemen. So we weren't a real big zone team this year. We were more of a man gap scheme team. So we're going to rely on that talent in the future, which Mario's going to get. So you're going to have to adapt the style eventually to fit the mold of the offensive line that you have, because you don't get a guy, Chip Kelly's lines were all undersized, right? But that was the point. He could get those lines. He's going to run tempo. They're going to run quick. He's going to sideswipe you. But remember, when we had Alex Mirabal, he was like, you run too much side to side, though. You lose your physicality, brother, right? So they're still going to want to have a physical identity in the trenches and how they block it. But I just think you could still do that and morph that into more of a qualified pass.
That's correct. And you know what you just convinced me of? It goes back to what we said was going to happen a year ago. If Gaddis is gone, Ponce is the guy. You can't. After that, you can't convince me otherwise.
No, I still think there's other names.
I'm just telling you. Yeah. He's going to keep him as quarterback's coach. He's going to be your OC. And he's going to get a wide receivers coach, and that's going to be the end of it.
No. I think that's where I see this going if he's going to lose Gaddis. That's how I see it ending.
I mean, he brought him in to do what? He brought him in
to be the successor and the quarterback coach. So he could put this all in place, just like you said.
Just for different reasons, guy. We thought Gaddis was going to leave because he had a head coaching job.
Now you hate the fact that you just talked about that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I still think there's some names first time. I think there's a big point here, right? Mario what is he known for? Above all, what is he going to make his millions on what? On what?
Running.
Recruiting. Right?
Oh, I thought you meant offensively.
Yeah, recruiting.
And you don't think that guy, you don't think Mario kind of struts out of bed before his Cuban cafecito, doing that peacock strut, knowing he just landed that 5-star, the fact that he just landed a 5-star Cormani McLean over the Gators. You don't think that's some puffery for him? Yes, I know that's everything, but the big name. Right?
Well, dude, I'm thinking that when he just flipped the dude from a college football playoff team at Michigan to all of a sudden come to 5-7, then I think that's he was strutting. He had his chest puffed out that day. Yeah.
So
big chest.
So when you turn around, when you're looking at names, when you're looking at certain names prior to this all happens, and then a 5-star reaches out in terms of Josh Gaddis, you can't say that he wasn't. He was a Broyles Award winner off a team that just went to Michigan. Obviously, they beat Ohio State in consecutive years. Mario looks at this offense as like, yeah, man, I can identify with this. This is the offense that I want. You can't tell me that nailing that name wasn't the 5-star splash, right? Just so happened that he is this going to be a poor analogy? He's kind of like Avonte Williams. Avonte came in as the number 1 safety. It just didn't work out here. Doesn't mean he's not going to be a good safety, but Josh Gaddis is Avonte Williams. At this point, 5-star dude, we all praised it. Number 1 in his respective community. Vontae was the number 1 safety. Josh, the number 1 that. Mario was like, hell yeah, look at the recruiting job I just did. Now, after seeing hindsight's 2020, you circle back on some of the names that maybe were rumored last time. Let's think of some of the names that were rumored. Alex Golish was rumored.
Yep.
Warren Ruggiero was rumored.
Yep.
Kendall Briles was rumored.
Yep.
They all have a style and familiarity to themselves that Joshua Gaddis, the late emerging 5-star that puts a feather in your cap when you nail that hire, that was the one that was the stark contrast. So maybe I have hopes that they circle back on some of the names that they looked at the first time.
I have hopes.
Sure.
I have all the hopes in the world. Go get Rosario.
Sure. And to go touch on your Ponce point, to get your Ponce point, I think Ponce, no offense to you, you could end up being a good offense coordinator. That's more the 3-star. That's a 3-star hire. That's not a 5-star splash hire.
100%.
Whatever. That's fine.
100%. I just think that
you can develop a 3-star.
Familiarity, the ability to transition,
But can we talk about something else though in terms of Ponce? And I'm glad we're having this conversation though. If you have the indications that that's going to be the guy, then that's going to be the successor. He's part of that coaching staff too that just put this out there. This isn't, you know what I'm saying? That was worthy of getting rid of the whole offensive coaching staff, not just one guy. That was worthy of everything because you saw quarterback regression, wide receiver regression, tight end stuff. We obviously know Miraball's not going anywhere. When you hired Coach Mario Cristobal, it's Coach Mario Cristobal Mirabal. Like it's that hyphenated, Latino name. That's like they're respecting both sides of the family. Those are the same guy. They're not going anywhere. But it was almost worthy of cutting that whole staff, if you ask my opinion. So I don't like what? Like you didn't bring up any answers. You know what I'm saying? You didn't bring any answers to the table. Was Josh Gaddis that hard to work with? Or you two, Ponce and him couldn't work together to come to more of an amicable situation that you couldn't manage more than 19 points? Again, 19 points is a good defensive average. The Miami Hurricanes offense average that on offense. Basura.
Yeah, listen, I don't see Mario as a guy that will like Manny clean house on an entire side of the ball. I think that when you look at this season and you look at the offensive struggles and you look at the between the play calling and the response of the wide receiver room, I think it's very easy and convenient and simple to just go ahead and lump all the blame on one spot. I don't think we need to take I don't think there's other, casualties, other folks that go down with it. I think it's just one guy.
Nope.
I think it can all just be a one guy.
Kevin Smith shouldn't be going anywhere.
No,
right? He was littered with injuries.
Yep.
And Mirabal the same. I mean, that offensive line. I mean, think about who played on the offensive line against Pitt. Go back and look who got playing time. Like dudes that, quite frankly, probably shouldn't be on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Are playing. In a game that matters, bowl eligible game that matters because they were riddled. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, look, Field not going anywhere. Tight end room doing very, very well. One of your best recruiters on the team. But yeah, you're right. It's the offense as a whole and the wide receiver room which regressed. There's only one thing in common there. And on the recap show, we said we weren't even going to talk about this stuff. And all we've done for half an hour is talk about this stuff.
Well, I think we need to get to our guest. What do you think we need to get to our guest?
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
So why don't we go ahead and get to the guest?
Go.
Well, the offseason is upon us, and we're very, very honored to bring on one of our friends. It's been a pleasure to watch him grow over his career at the University of Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting tight end, number 85. Let's give it up for Will Mallory.
Yo! We did not do that justice. We did not do that justice because
what happened?
The new all-time touchdown leader for tight end U.
Yeah, well done, Toast.
There you go.
Appreciate that, guys.
You can't leave that out, for God's sake.
Let's jump right to that because, listen, when you think of some of the names, Jeremy Shockey, Bubba Franks, you have so many. The Chief, David Njoku, is just killing. You see that one-hand catch the other day to kind of win the game? That was sick.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was sick.
That was
now,
awesome.
you top the leaderboard, tight end U. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm not a big stats guy and I never really followed it, but I guess towards the end of the year and, being able to get that was, something that meant a lot to me. I know the coaches wanted me to get that too. So, it's just a cool thing to, have my name up in there, thrown around with names like that. So, but no, just an honor to even have that opportunity to get that.
I was just like, holy cow, he did it. Now you come in, as a freshman, we're like watching, and we're all going to be honest too, because obviously you came in with, somebody else who was heralded, and he's in the NFL as well. We're talking about Brevin Jordan, and we were like, Will's going to be the man. I mean, we just said it. We're like, Will just prototypical. Now you're setting your sights. You're going into the NFL. How's that process like right now? How's that process shifting? Like no longer, you're always going to be a Hurricane, but going from a collegiate athlete to now to the NFL.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hit me a little bit this week. You know, I was hanging out with all the tight ends like earlier this week, and probably didn't hit me until like yesterday. And they had like workouts yesterday and today, and I was like, damn, all right, I'm not in that anymore. I'm on my own, doing my own thing now. And it's just a cool opportunity. You know, I'm excited for the opportunity to go, you know, compete, whether that's at a Senior Bowl, Combine, Pro Day, and just get that opportunity to play at the next level. I'm just, you know, just enjoy that process because it's, you know, something that I've dreamed of since I was a kid.
Now you weren't in the workouts because you're not allowed to be there, or because the young guys don't want the old guy there anymore?
I don't know. I think my time's moved on, and as much as I'd love to be there, I'm sure they'd probably, you know, I could sneak into the workout, and they'd be fine. But yeah, I think it's their time now. It's Elijah, you know, it's Jaleel, it's Khalil, it's their time now. So, and they're going to do a great job. So.
Well, let's take us through the season. Obviously, your final year with the program, I'm sure it didn't. It fell short of expectations that you had preseason, as it probably did for just about everybody, including the fan base. How was that mentally, just the journey of the season, and looking back on it now, how satisfied are you?
Yeah, obviously, you know, coming in last year, wanted to do big things as a team, you know, as an organization, and unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. You know, I think we were kind of, you know, plagued with injuries and unfortunate things that happened, and obviously not playing up to, you know, the standard of what we wanted to do. But you know, at the end of it, like as shitty as it was, and you know, there's obviously tough times, but you know, I guess I just try to look at the bigger picture, just try and enjoy the moments with the guys that I had around, and enjoy the moments of just being a Miami Hurricane. You know, I think that's something I wanted to focus on my last year here. But yeah, obviously just, it didn't go the way we wanted to. And, you know, that's something that I'll always remember, and it'll haunt me, you know, because we didn't get it done, or didn't get what we wanted to done. But, you know, just enjoying those memories and moments with everyone on the team, from the coaches, was important to me. And how the program's left, I know the coaches, Coach Cristobal, they're going to get it done. So I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, so, you know, you were here during the transition. So comparing and I don't want you to throw anyone under the bus, but do you believe that this new staff that came in and the direction they're pointing in, that this is going in the right, you think it's going to be successful?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been, you know, growing up around football, my dad, grandpa, uncles, all coaches. You know, I've been around a lot of coaches in my life, and you know, Coach Cristobal, he's just elite in everything he does. So I have nothing but the confidence in him and what the moving parts he'll bring in, whether that's players or whoever. He's going to get it done. He just does everything the right way, and that's the thing I think fans and everyone should be excited for. You know, because you know, he's going to do whatever it takes to get it done, and he will. So I'm just, you know, honored that I got to play for him my last year, just because he's, you know, he's one of the best coaches I've ever been around, if not the best.
Yeah, we have full belief in Mario, but you know, we had you on at the Life World event back down in I don't know, it was what, August, something like that, right? And
yeah,
we were talking about the boat race thing. We were talking about and lumency. What?
The lumency, yeah.
Yes,
lumency.
The lumency. You know, I don't pay attention to him very often, so when he speaks up like that, it kind of catches me off guard. So we talked about the gentleman who was brought in to run the offense, and how excited we all were for you, and his propensity to run tight end screens and really kind of get the tight end involved. And I'm not gonna get too far down this rabbit hole, but just I didn't see maybe any tight end screens this year. And were you surprised by that? Were you kind of surprised by what you saw prior, and then what was implemented throughout the season?
No, I mean, I think throughout the whole season and game plans and what we were doing, I've always been excited. I've always been you know, as much as I want to get the ball and stuff, I've always been a team guy, and I believe in what the coaches do. That's just kind of the guy I am. I guess maybe that's being a coach's son. No, I don't know. I think maybe we just had to kind of switch things around based off of injuries and stuff. It wasn't, people always ask me about the offense and stuff like this and stuff like. I mean, you've seen it before. It worked at Michigan. It's not necessarily that. Because I actually really enjoy playing for Coach Gaddis and everything that he's done. He's a really, really smart coach, a really good coach. I think it was just kind of one of those years where we had to kind of figure things out because of guys going down, and I don't know if people really realize how many he necessarily had. I mean, it really is crazy and is unfortunate. But no, I mean, obviously probably didn't. Some things, I guess, probably didn't go as we planned, like we talked about in the summer of, hey, maybe we didn't see a lot of that. But, I mean, it was in there. It just, I guess we just didn't get to it. We couldn't get to it. I don't know. So I guess I can't really tell you everything along those lines. But, it just, I guess it was one of those things.
Hey, Will.
He was.
Oh, go ahead, Rob.
He was on record saying that, we ran 3 different offenses. I'm going to try to take a stab at this. Like earlier in the season, there was like a commitment to run the game. You guys were like a lot of the tight condensation kind of a sets. You guys were super effective. Went up to Texas A&M, Kyle Field, ran the ball. And we were like, man, this is going to be a staple. Middle Tennessee, after the bye week, you guys seemed to like open up. This was like offense 2. Seemed like you guys added a lot more choice concepts. Some more RPOs started to seep in, and then I agree with you, Will. Then the injuries started to happen. Then you put in a guy like Jakari, and I want to touch on that later as well. And it seemed like the offense changed again. So you had like 3 iterations of the offense. He said it. Those were the ones that, in my mind, which one did you favor out of those 3? Which ones were you like, man, I really liked this one in particular versus the other?
I don't know. That's tough because, like you said, in the beginning of the year, we were running the ball hard, and I know that's Coach Cristobal's thing, and they emphasize that a lot, and we took great pride in that. I think that was kind of a collective team thing of, hey, we can run the ball, we can do this, we can do that, and yeah, obviously we kind of had to do some change ups and stuff. I guess, I guess if you have to ask me what my favorite one is, the one is when I can get 5 plus 8 targets a game. That's my favorite.
which was the second one when you threw for 496 against UNC. Yeah. All right, cool.
He doesn't care about personal stats though.
Yeah,
he just likes to catch.
I'm with you. He's a coach's kid.
I like.
He's a coach's kid. He's gonna put the team first, but at the same time, he's a playmaker. He wants the ball. I can appreciate that. Toast.
So Will, a season like this, one of the positives I guess you can gain from it is that a season like this is going to cause character to build. And as you're walking out the door and you see who's left in that locker room, what leaders emerged this year, in your opinion, that are going to help carry this team forward the next couple of years?
Yeah, I thought that, like I said, didn't go the way we wanted, but like you said, you learn from this, and you kind of learn who could be these leaders, and they start naturally emerging and stuff. And I mean, by far, just hands down, Cam Kitchens is just a stud all around, from a person, a player, to a leader. He's a dude that I'll look up to too. He'll be the one who can get in front of the team and talk and say what needs to be said, and older guys, whether he's a sophomore, but older guys will look up to him and follow him too. So having a guy like him, James, Tyler, all these young guys, Mike Redding, all these dudes who are just quality people, but quality players as well, is what the big thing is for Coach Cristobal. And that's what he puts so much emphasis on, is you can't just be a one factor thing. You can't just be a good player. You have to be a good person, good teammate, good student, which is what I love so much about the program in this blueprint of what they're trying to do is emphasize that you have to be elite in everything. So having guys like Cam Kitchens and Tyler, X, all these dudes it's cool to see, because I know how good of leaders they are, how good of players they are, and they're going to get it done. They're going to demand the best from everybody.
And touching on Cam, when did you see that switch? Because I know that earlier in the season he had a few issues as far as coverage breakdowns, whatever, and he came out and said, "Look, I'm taking too many risks. I'm taking too many gambles." Did you see a switch? Was that there prior to the season, or was it kind of a mid-season change in him that you saw and you saw, man, he's really figured it out?
I mean, I think even just from day one when he stepped on, you saw how mature he was as a person and how serious he takes this. And I don't know if it was a specific moment, but I mean, I feel like he's been the same guy since day one. And then, hey, he starts making these big plays, and then he probably feels more comfortable to vocalize, leadership, and which I totally understand. And but I mean, once he started doing his thing, he took off with it, and that's all he's going to keep doing. I know. So that's really cool because I'm a huge Cam Kitchens fan, and just seeing him be able to make those plays, which we all know he can because he's been doing that since day one, is great. And he's going to do bigger things on and off the field too. So.
All right, Will, a little bit of a hard-hitting question. A lot of times this year amongst the fans, there was this debate where, like, we just don't have the talent to run the offense that we're trying to run this year. And I kind of rebuked that because I'm bullshit. I'm like, look at what they did last year. It's a different style of system, same kids, same guys, same quarterback, a lot of the same moving parts. 2 wide receivers obviously left. That put a hurt, but you had some talented wide receivers in the room. And next thing you know, I'm like, no. I always said they had the talent, but sometimes you just have like a bad dance partner. You guys just aren't dancing right, right? 2 talented dance partners individually, but just when you get it together, it doesn't seem to work. Was it a talent issue, or was it not a talent issue?
I don't think it's necessarily a talent issue at all, because you see teams who we know have less talent than us and are able to get a lot done. I just think this kind of goes down to what Coach Cristobal has talked about, is we have to find the right guys who are buying in to the program and to the work ethic, to the commitment that it takes to get things done. And I wouldn't say it's a talent issue, because I mean, we have talented players and coaches. They came in and said, hey, this is probably the talented teams we've been a part of. I think it just comes down to character, to really committing yourself to what we need to get done. So and like I said, I mean, as you guys see, a coach is going to get that done. He's going to find the people that they need, and whether people come and go, they're going to find it. So I wouldn't say it's a talent issue. It's just it's something that as players we need to do a better job of buying in, or finding those guys that are bought in.
Well, question for you, a locker room question, because your career has really kind of spanned the emergence of the transfer portal as a legitimate tool and resource for players to be able to change their situation. And with that, I'm just curious, at any point over the last few years, like when kids have when kids, your teammates mentally decide that I'm going to go into the portal, does there start to become like a little clicky disconnect in the locker room of like a handful of players that know that they're going to be leaving, and there's kind of like, does it ever get divided like that?
I think probably when you get down to it, you can kind of see that of guys who are, either going to stay or I don't want to talk anything back, because there's nothing wrong if it's not a right fit for you, and you need to go somewhere else. That's totally fine. And I'm just curious
how it impacts the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably see some of the guys who are either thinking the same way, they get together or whatever, and the ones who are staying and are in it. I guess you maybe see a little bit of that, but I don't know. I guess I haven't paid too much attention to that. But yeah, like I said, I think
Will doesn't like drama. Will doesn't.
Well,
like
the head
drama.
guy.
Yeah,
the head guy. I mean, the head guy.
I kind of stay out of it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
The head guy kind of. I don't want to say created drama, but I mean, it was a point that we all agreed with. I'm like, if there's parents openly complaining about a kid's playing time, come grab them. It was, whoa, that's impactful. And Will, it's all walks of life, right? There's always going to be starters. There's always going to be somebody, top producers, and people that fall underneath that. And I guess it's those individuals, right? That's what the transfer portal did. In a meritocracy kind of a thing, you're the starting tight end. The other guys got to learn their stripes. But how is you as a senior, and how's the culture? Like, how do you keep those guys ready? Hey, your time is coming, because a lot of these kids I want my time now. Yeah. And only 40%, I think, of kids that go into the portal.
Like that.
Yeah.
40% only find homes somewhere else. So it's not even a Band-Aid. Like, how do we get it to the point where these kids believe, like, listen, you got to work for it. You might not play to your junior year, but this is the system. You know, it's too many one and dones, Will.
No, I agree. I think I said this earlier for one of like my senior day videos and stuff, but something that my dad always told me throughout the recruiting process was, don't commit to a coach, don't commit to someone promising you playing time. You commit to a school, you commit to a program. And I think that's, probably what maybe we're lacking these days, or, maybe that's just, we need to find those guys that, hey, are committed to the University of Miami, to the football team. It's not when I came in, I feel like I understood my role of, hey, all right, Brevin's the guy, and I've got to wait my turn and get better. And that's just something that I never once thought to leave or whatever. And like I said before, I'm not trying to knock. Sometimes the transfer portal is necessary for, positions or whatever. You never know what the circumstance is, but I feel like if we need to get, find guys who are committed to the school, committed to the standard, committed to the program, not as like the other stuff of playing time or whatever it is they're promised. But that's just what I think, and that's why I came here.
Well, yeah, speaking of you coming here 5 years ago, I think it was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. Yeah. So why Miami? Like, what was the ultimate decision maker for you? Because as your dad says, don't commit to a coach. I can't remember who the coach was. Was it Rick then? Was Rick the coach or Manny? Yeah. So why Miami? If it's not Rick and whoever his OC was, why?
Rick.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, but I also like to say, like, it is important of who the coaches are, because if it was not a good coach here, I probably wouldn't have wanted to come. But to be like a bigger thing is this school, the tradition. I grew up in New Orleans when Shockey was there, when Jimmy Graham came through, and I've always been a huge Greg Olsen fan as a player and as a person. And that's what's kind of what I loved. I was like, I want to be a part of something bigger than myself. I want to be a part of that tight end U brotherhood. I thought that was the coolest thing. And I love the school. I love the location. I thought this would be a great place for me for academically. I also grew up at the beach, so I like being by the water.
Speaking of Shockey and Greg Olsen, there's Shockey, there's you, and there's Greg Olsen. Who has the best hair out of the three of you?
Ooh, best hair?
They're all very good.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not
well,
Greg
always
did.
when they were playing. When they were playing?
No, it's just long.
I don't know. Shockey's longer hair, I thought was, that was pretty cool.
Pretty strong.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
I'm kind of going Shockey.
I don't think my buzz cut would even come close. So.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's all grown back
That
now.
would bring me down actually in that ranking.
It's all grown back. And I mean, it's probably the best on the hair of the team since Badgley, don't you think? Look, Tyler told me to ask you, since you're leaving, he wants to know what hair product you use.
Oh, it's Layrite.
Okay.
I always have it on me. I have at least one in the house and one in my backpack at all times.
That was a setup. That was definitely a setup.
Yeah.
Layrite. I got to write that down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Will, what's on your agenda now? Are you going to do any of the showcase senior games? What is your schedule like? What's your plan moving forward here?
Yeah, so obviously, unfortunately, I have a good bit of time, but I guess it's good to get ready. So, yeah, I'll start training down here in the next week or so and just get ready for that. And then, I'll have an opportunity to play at one of the Senior Bowls showcases. So that'll be at end of January. So just get ready for that.
All right. Now, have you had any conversations with Zoe? Obviously, he's got a lot of experience at the next level. Has he given you any pointers?
Oh, who was that? Sorry.
Alonzo?
Alonzo, yeah.
About the NFL move and everything?
Yeah, he always would, if I pass him by the office, he would just talk to me about stuff. And, he'll be a good tool and a good person to talk to about this stuff. I haven't talked recently about it. I know I've always kind of just been, hey, when that time comes. So I didn't really, put too much thought and energy into it during the season. So this will probably be a better time to go in and kind of chat with him a little bit. But no, it's great having him around because he's definitely been very, very helpful.
We do have some questions. I don't usually do this, but we thought I might get a few questions that were entertaining. So we do have some questions from fans on IG. So best of luck with these.
Yeah.
I get one said not a question, but a big thank you for all you've done and given for the University of Miami. So there.
Well, thank you.
This one could go poorly. How did you? And I don't know who this person is or how this came up, but how did you get the nickname Wiki?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's must be one of my cousins or something. I honestly can't really remember how I got the nickname, but that was back when I was like, I think I was really, really into like WWE wrestling when I was a kid, and my cousin I think came up with the name. And these are my cousins up in Michigan, and it's just stuck, and that's what they call me. Sometimes it's funny. I like have like hats with like it was like designed on there saying Wiki.
It's from a Kyle.
Oh
yeah, that's my cousin.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hold on before you go to the next one. So you've obviously given thought to this. Wiki is a WWE wrestler. What's your finishing move? What is it called, and what is it?
Oh man. I guess it's a good thing it's been a while since I've thought about this. I've grown out of my WWE stage. Shoot. I don't know. I was always a huge fan of like Rey Mysterio and his 619 like stuff through the
you can't do that
ropes.
Though.
Yeah, that's very acrobatic.
We got to be realistic.
You got to think long term. Yeah. See, The Rock wasn't dumb. Right. His finishing moves was a rock bottom. The guy was jumping for him, right? All you had to do and then the people's elbow.
Just say pile driver.
He wasn't stupid. Yeah, pile driver. You actually got to pick him up. I've often thought about this. Rock's no
use
dummy.
Everyone else's leverage. That's right.
Look at Hulk with the leg. Yeah. Hulk and Rock were the smartest of all of them.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, that's why Brock Lesnar's like. That's why he's only on the
one
roster
and done.
for 2 months, and then he's hurt again.
Exactly.
Because he's got to lift a 500-pound dude on his shoulder. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God! What else do I have?
Right,
favorite moment from your time at Miami outside of football?
Ooh, favorite time outside of football. I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, I just thankful for all like the really close friends and stuff that I've made, and just times with the tight ends. I think that's something that's really been cool, and I'd pride myself in our group that we're the tightest tight end group in the country. We're brothers, so just spending time with those guys has really been what's made it all worthwhile and making those connections. So I think any time with those guys and time with the team. It has been, highlights for me.
I got a suggestion for you. Time with the wife in Costa Rica. You got to put that out there. You got to be smart here, Will. We're trying to help you.
The trips to Puerto Rico and all those with her and friends have been great.
We've all been married for a very, very long time. So we're trying to give you some advice here. You got to throw that in there.
Right, for the brownie points, yes. Then that would be my favorite.
Oh my goodness. What was your favorite class at Miami?
Oh man. Honestly, a lot of my favorite classes what I'm taking now in grad school, but I think the one that sticks out to me was my freshman year was just an elective. It was a jazz class, and it was the professor, Tim Smith. He's not here anymore. He works up in Tennessee, but it wasn't necessarily the class or the content that it was just the way he taught the class and how good of a person he was, and me and him still talk to this day. So I thought that was one of the coolest things. It was just as a freshman, I thought that was, being in that class and, getting to meet him was something really cool. And we still keep up to this day. So
he went to Tennessee, like Tennessee Volunteers?
No, it's a smaller school. I think it's more of like a,
I was going to say, cause I would send him the current OC for the OC over there, but don't respond to that. Don't respond to that. It's a big Alex Golish fan. Yeah, we'll give him the Jazz and the OC. We'll take Alex Golish and we'll call it.
There we go. It's a beautiful orange. I got to tell you, it's a very nice orange.
I mean, if it makes Hendon Hooker look great, I'm pretty sure they could do well with the talent here.
Joe Mixon, you see Joe?
Never mind. I digress.
We're talking about Joe Mixon.
Yeah. All right, Skippy.
No, that's it. I think that's it. The other ones, a couple of defensive questions. Probably not your cup of tea, so I won't get into that. Yeah, and I sent the what's the hair product to myself, so I wouldn't forget. There you go.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
That means Tyler
He did.
It's
in a text message. I can promise you it's there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Listen, Will, again, you've given this university 5 amazing years. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You're a great guy. Nothing but success. We will be rooting for you for as long as your career continues, and then even after that in life. So all the love and respect to you, man. Thank you very much for all your time, and thank you for giving us a few minutes here on your way out the door.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything you guys have done. Appreciate you guys.
Awesome, man. Thank you. We'll be in touch. Don't forget about us now when you're all big time and shit.
No, absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Getting the old guys back on during the season's like impossible. They can't do that anymore.
Right.
We have to wait until.
No, I see Will going up with where all the other Canes go, and that's Seattle. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, hey, there you go. That'd be a nice spot. I mean, if you like cold and rain.
I'm just saying, we need some tight ends. So, all right. Thank you very much. Will, take care, bro. Enjoy the offseason.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. See you around.
So, Scoop, you were over at Ed Morse.
I was.
How's it going on over there?
Fantastic. They have we were talking about all kinds of stuff as far as inventory and whatever, and they have some more inventory than they've had in the past couple of years, right? But you can do everything online. I mean, edmorse.com, and you can get whatever you want. But they had some really nice stuff in the showroom today. I went over because my truck needed to be purchased. In and out. Bam, 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 bam. In and out. In and out. Like piece of cake. Like it couldn't have been any easier, honestly.
All right, so listen, it's the price protection promise. You definitely want to take advantage of that. Also, their service is out of this world, and there is a reason why over 2 million people have chosen to be backed by Morse. So you get backed by Morse, like the Orange Bowl boys are, at edmorse.com.
And when I was in there today, true story, the guy helping me, huge Canes fan. Never met him before,
Beautiful.
Younger guy. So we were talking about OBB. He followed us. He's like, oh, my God. And then I came back, and he was watching the clip of me telling you maybe you shouldn't eat all the pancakes. It was quite a look. We had the whole place laughing. A lot of fun, those people.
Nice.
And you want to know the story? The moral of that story is the next guy came in and he was a Florida State fan. Hey, I'm a Florida State fan, bro. I follow you guys. All the damn salespeople. They sell you anything. I know how this works.
As always, go ahead, Ro.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
More price protection guarantee.
You go ahead. Hey,
you go ahead.
Hey, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
Shut
Spider.
your mouth when you're talking to me.
Well, best way to support the University of Miami and the NIL program, obviously, is to go ahead and download that LifeWall app onto your phone, onto your iPad, and go ahead. If you're not aware, you might think that your doctor has all your medical records. Yeah, it's not true, especially if you're like 40, 50 years old and you've seen specialists time to time for this or that or whatever. You've got medical records all over the place. LifeWall brings them all under one app so that if you're ever in a car accident or you ever go see a specialist, you can open your app and they will see all the medical records that you've had for your entire life. They'll know everything about you, like they've been your doctor for your entire life. It will save your life, and it's the best way to support the University of Miami and the NIL program. So go ahead and download it today, lifewallet.com.
So when you say specialists, I might have been on a rescue one time, and it wasn't me. It might have been my partner. Maybe, but there was a rather gifted woman. We'll leave it at that. And she was gifted in certain areas, and Freudian slips are bad sometimes. But hey, do you have any special tits? I mean, specialists.
Oh,
oops.
All right then.
Anyways, speaking of top row watching, let's go back to top row watching. Only at Caneswear. At the top row, we're going to go. We haven't been there a while. Miami Ultra Boost 2022 Adidas, $199.99. Immediately puts you over $99 of shipping. The Miami Knights jersey, you know what? Just because the Hurricanes didn't wear them on the field doesn't mean you can't have one of these packaged up under your tree. The Miami Adidas tailgate jersey, we've talked about this. Now, this is new, the Miami Hurricanes 2022 Miami script team hoodie. I like this. I'm going to cop me this. You know it, and they're smart. They're smart because they even put a Dolphins, the team that actually has an offense in Hard Rock Stadium. Their hat, $40.99. It's Christmas time. All orders over $99 mean you get free shipping. They're the fastest shipping in the West. Canes Wear, 2511 South University Drive in Davie, Florida. 954-835-5597. Brett, Kenny, the boys, they'll hook you up.
The Tank Brewery is where you need to go. Listen, if you work down in the area and you're looking for a cool place to go for lunch, I know it's getting a little late for the holiday party season. They were already getting booked up like a couple of months ago when we were there. You can give it a shot. But if you're looking for an office lunch or something, or just looking for a new place to go, watch some of the games this weekend, the conference championship games. The Tank is absolutely awesome, man. In addition to all the beer, the menu is phenomenal. In-house scratch kitchen, cigar room as well. Lovely folks down there at the Tank. Easy to get to right there on Mile and Dairy Road. Go ahead and check them out at thetankbrewery.com.
Jace, now this is the part of the ads where we start talking about the package and the balls. Before we can talk about the package, let's talk about some promo codes. The balls, OBB, Manscaped, lawnmowers, you got it. Crop preservers, you got it too. Ball odorant, you got it too. You need well-manicured, good-smelling things, okay?
Yeah.
None of that Famunda stuff.
Man, you need your ornaments to be smelling good and be nice and sparkly for the holidays, or else no one's going to look at them and touch them.
Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. We should talk to Manscaped with the promo club OBB Manscaped with the promo code OBB, which gets you 20% off. Maybe we could come out with like a ball odorant that's like pine smelling.
Yes, Christmas scented, holiday themed.
Yeah.
The pine odorant.
That's not bad. Maybe we should. Maybe
you know what's a good look? I'll be honest with you. What's a good look for your lady? You get butt ass naked and just stand there and hang a single solitary ornament from your rod
on the crank. Yeah, I got you. And your Manscaped up. Oh, there's
like a nice candy cane right there.
I'm not even gonna. Man, I've got a lot of thoughts.
Some can hang more candy canes than others, but hey.
Listen, the thing is, you put too many candy canes on there, the weight, you need to have you need to be able to keep that vertical or horizontal, I should say, horizontal.
Scoops face. Oh, my goodness. Promo code OBB.
You can also use promo code.
You know a horizontal crank rod, as you guys say, with hanging candy canes makes the ladies euphoric. It does.
Oh, of course.
I mean, just utter euphoria. They can't think of anything better in life except for Prada and Gucci and everything else they can think of, to be quite honest with you. But you know how we get euphoric and are able to handle that? Another promo code, OBB, creatingbetterdays.com. Delta 8s, Delta 9s, all of the CBD stuff you want, the oils, the topicals, the drops, the gummies. It's pure euphoria. And you take your euphoria and the crank rod euphoria. I mean, what else? What better is there? Creatingbetterdays.com, 20% off OBB. OBB promo code, 20% off. Do not miss it. And you can get them for presents. You know what? In fact, I think from what I remember when I was looking the other day, I think there was some stuff for the holidays here. They have the Delta 8 and the Delta 9s, right? You know what they also have? They still have Hurricane Ian relief, right? Which is very, very cool because I know a lot of their stuff. They've raised almost $8,000 for that particular relief fund because I know that their labs and stuff are over in Fort Myers. So very, very cool. And there's other stuff. There's 15% off here, 15% off there. There's all kinds of stuff. Go get you some stuff, man. Look at all this stuff. Look at these gummies, 8s, 9s, CBDs, oils, tinctures, THCV gummies, melatonin. I need some of that. I don't sleep with a shit anymore.
You can buy
give me
all
some
those
melatonin.
products. You could buy all those products if you had some money. And where can you make some money?
Yeah.
With your boy beating the bookie.
Listen, man, you got conference championship games coming up. I know he's got some winners there. We've got World Cup soccer going on now. He's just been laying it all out there. Some of the free plays have been hitting. I've been seeing that on Twitter. He's killing it as always.
College hoops,
NFL,
college hoops lately is on fire.
It.
Yeah, college hoops had a really good night in hockey last night. 2-unit winner in hockey last night in the second period. So look, I mean, guys, and you don't have to get the packages, but once you pay attention to the free plays, understand how it does it. You can do 30-day packages, 6-month packages, you do a whole year package, certain sports, package of sports, grouping of sports, whatever. Beatingthebookie.com. That's where you get everything. At Beatingthebookie on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is where you get all your free plays. And he's a good follow. He's entertaining.
Yes, he is.
A lot of fun, and he does a lot of live videos on his stuff. So go follow him. He's great. We don't have any picks for you this week because our pick'em segment is over. Maybe we'll tweet out a couple before today's Friday, right? Before tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, you know what's on tonight? I just found this out today. I didn't even know this. Utah and USC.
Yeah,
That's
right.
tonight.
Pac-12 is tonight. That's right. Yeah.
I'm assuming this gets dropped today, and I'll say
Utah's going to win that one. Utah's going to win.
That ought to be
Strong
that ought to be a mess.
All right. If you want to make bets on those games, very simple. You go to one place, you go to DraftKings, and you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, and you use promo code TPPN when you sign up your account. Then place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code TPPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. And for those of you that do not live in a gambling-friendly state, you can use that same promo code TPPN when you sign up for their weekly daily fantasy stuff, and also get a very cool promo when you create your account.
The third running back, at least the third running back for Florida to hit the portal, Naquan Wright. He's in the portal. Well, listen, that's three that I can think. I thought there was a fourth. That's three running backs out of the same room. Etienne being
I
the
wanted
first.
to talk about some of the coaching moves. And first of all, I wanted to give a standing ovation
to FAU
and hats off to a school in Boca.
Yeah, incredible.
Because I want everyone to look at the last three motherfucking head coaching hires that they've made at FAU. All right, you had Lane, and then you followed up with Willie. And while Willie wasn't successful, it was a great hire for FAU. And now you kick him to the curb, and you bring in Tom Herman from the Bears.
A lot of money in Boca.
Bro.
A lot of money in Boca.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know who the FAU boosters are.
FAU is like the living embodiment of like Nick Saban at like Last Chance U coaches.
Incredible,
right?
Like they need
to have a Netflix series up there.
Yeah,
they really should.
Last Chance U.
Think of how popular that'd be with the co-eds,
right? So congratulations, Owls! Like I am rooting for Tom Herman. I think that could be a great hire.
It's incredible hire.
Great hire.
Incredible
Just
hire.
phenomenal.
I saw his interview, and I will say this: I haven't seen him since he was at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it was 2 years ago. He looks 10 years older. Like he disappeared and he came back looking 10 years older. It was very strange.
He went to work for the Bears. He went to work for the
very
Bears.
strange. I was like, who is this guy?
The Bears will do that to you.
Does he still got his gold teeth? Does he still got his gold grill?
Yeah, he's got the grill. Yeah, he put him back in to come back to FAU. They don't allow grills in Boca.
No, they should.
So the big news: Auburn finally comes down and they make their hire, and they go ahead and they get Hugh Freeze from Liberty. Bit of a controversial choice just because he's got a colorful past. Great hire though. From
Great hire. Are you kidding me?
Great
colorful
hire.
past,
Yeah.
really?
But
it was an escort.
isn't that?
Well, he got buzzed. He got fired for hiring an escort with a company phone.
Okay. I mean, call me morally insensitive, but
what school did he come from?
right,
Liberty.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liberty. Like if
That's been
Liberty
top
could go ahead.
25.
Yeah, if Liberty could abstain you from your past, I think Auburn can with theirs, right?
And you know who's going to Liberty?
Yeah, you
Chadwell.
See that? Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina. The Shants. There you go. Hey,
Confused.
so this isn't the first time that Auburn's taken a Liberty coach, too, I believe, too. So it's kind of like their JV pipeline system. That's their like minor league organization.
Check this out. They've had 3 Arkansas State head coaches. I mean, I saw this tweet the other day. It was like this.
Auburn?
Yes. It's the 3rd Arkansas State head coach that Auburn's hired.
Wow.
Like
we got 2 from Temple. So
yeah, we got 2 from Temple. So,
Yeah, it's not necessarily true. But
not necessarily it's actually true.
It's not necessarily false either. I agree with you. I agree. But I mean, technically, if we're really splitting hairs, I'm not sure that was the case.
Man.
But yeah, and then how about UAB?
Yes.
Trent Dilfer.
Out of nowhere, like the Jeff Saturday treatment.
Trent Dilfer.
All he's been doing is the Elite 11s, right?
No, he's been coaching high school. Yeah, he got a couple years ago because he pushed one of his players or players or something. The whole.
He's got a ring.
He's coaching at UAB. Mm-hmm. Good for him. And Prime.
Yes.
And the
Bulls.
Bulls.
He's going to the Bulls.
Go Bulls.
Think so?
Well, so apparently he wants all the power in designing
over the stadium. Yeah.
Which
it's gonna be the Dion Stadium.
I was gonna say Prime right out front. And let me tell you something, USF. Let me tell you something. You suck. Okay, you're irrelevant. Make it happen. Let him put his face on the outside of the stadium if he wants to.
The stadium is shaped in his face.
Who cares? Yes. Because I promise you're relevant overnight with him there.
Yes.
Don't be dumb.
Listen, I don't want it to happen because it's going to be a pain in the ass for Mario to deal with.
I know, but
recruiting-wise.
Come on, let's go. Come on. I mean, look, I told you I went to that game and it was awesome. So bring that. Come on, bro. That would be great. That would be great because now Auburn's gone.
Can you imagine now in the state, right? You would have Herman at FAU. You had Prime at USF, Cristobal at Miami, and then you get Malzahn at UCF, and then you got Norvell and Billy Napier. Those 2 got to be the most boring vanilla out of all of it. At least we got Cuban coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, but realistically, that's a pretty strong grouping. Even if you want to include them, sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
that's a pretty strong grouping of coaches in one state. Think about that.
Yes, it is.
Recruiting is tough, bro.
I think Napier is not going to be the guy for Florida. I think that's going to be in a long list.
Well, I told you that a year ago.
And listen, Norvell, as cute as this 9-win season is, it's the first time that they've went to a bowl in 4 years.
I know.
Calm down. Legit, calm down.
Listen, I'll be honest. I am. I've had the most fun this week seeing the all of a sudden from 0 to 60 OHIO fans turning on Ryan Day. 2 straight after owning Michigan, 2 straight losses, and all of a sudden you're gone.
Yeah, nobody wants him anymore.
They don't want him go. They want him out. They want him out.
They still have a chance. They still have a chance to make if Utah wins, like you said.
Wins, yes,
and Kansas State wins.
Yeah.
So if Utah wins, Kansas State wins. Ohio State's guaranteed to get in.
Yeah.
FAU
and Alabama would get in too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want Alabama. I don't want Alabama in. That is the one thing. No matter what happens, Alabama, you lost twice. There's no way in hell I am fine with a 2-loss. Oh, it's the best team. I don't care. You lost twice.
There were close losses. Close losses.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You had Clemson with 1 loss. You had Clemson with 1 loss before they had 2, with 0 shot to get into the playoff conference. 0 shot. You gave them 0 shot, and you had Alabama.
I get it. But what about Ohio State, who lost by 40 to Michigan? And
it wasn't by 40.
Well, whatever. Might as well have been.
Yeah, one bad game.
And I gotta throw out one more that I totally forgot about. That I think the as great as Herman to FAU was, the hire so far of the offseason for me, no doubt, Wisconsin nailing Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
Like, you fired a guy that went 62-27 at Wisconsin, and you went out and got Luke Fickell. Like, fucking go Badgers.
Now, we talked about Boca. Hold on. Who in Wisconsin's got $9 million a year to pay for Luke Fickell?
I don't know. There's a lot.
This is Wisconsin. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you fire Chris to go get Luke Fickell, who turns down Notre Dame to go to Wisconsin. Huh? I mean, there's no pressure there. You say there's no pressure, but they just fired a guy who won 70% of his games.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is Lou Fickell taking Dan Enos with him?
I don't know. But I'll tell you what.
No,
and I hate this motherfucker, dude. I can't stand him.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
But it is incredibly intriguing, the thought process of who Cincinnati could get to be their next head coach. The rumors.
Brian
Urban.
No,
Urban.
Urban.
He went there. He's a graduate.
Yeah. That's his swan song.
That's his swan song. Rehab his image. He's next to that sports bar where he likes the girls that he can grind on their fists.
Already, look, and it's not it's not a total rebuild.
It's not. No,
they have a quality program.
It's a top 25 program.
There's good athletes up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd kill it there. Oh, he would. He goes back and he wins that conference every single year.
Yep.
I saw that and I was like, you know what? I mean, why wouldn't he? There's no pressure.
I can't stand him, but
There's no pressure.
None. Oh,
well, think about. I mean, who? Brian Kelly was in Cincinnati.
Yes, he was absolutely.
Cincinnati's been pretty damn good.
Yeah, dude. Did you see who the Fox pregame show, the big noon pregame show, stole away from ESPN?
Yes. Yeah, Chris Fallica.
Yeah,
the Bear. This is his last show Saturday.
Good. I'm sure they probably promised him a little bit more of a prominent role.
Oh, they paid him more money, and there's a gambling aspect, and great for him, good for him. Man. That's got to be. Yeah. He's been with that show for 20 years, bro.
Crazy.
OBB alumni.
Yeah, they poached him and Rinaldi last year.
Yeah, it's weird seeing Rinaldi there.
Yeah,
I was like,
I miss him doing the stuff on ESPN.
I miss him doing golf. His little things at the Masters and shit, and I don't know all that. Whatever.
So can I tell you, before we get to 5 questions?
Oh my God, 5 questions. That's right.
The coolest text I've ever seen in my entire life today.
Okay.
Mackenzie at school, is at 10 o'clock this morning, sends me a text with a screenshot. It says Augusta, Georgia. And then there's 2023 Masters Golf Tournament packages. She sends me the screenshot and says, "Can we go next year?" And then says, "Please, please, please," and 3 subsequent text messages.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, that was like, that's literally the coolest thing I've ever seen come across my telephone. Totally out of the blue. My daughter wants to go.
You're going there next year.
I was like, I'll give that a shot.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Let's go.
All right.
We got Rose's favorite. Man, I've missed this segment. Yes.
5 questions.
All right. Number 1.
You know what else I've realized?
This is actually.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. You know what else I've realized? At
what?
Afternoon, I have much more energy than I do at 9 p.m.
Yeah, sure.
I have figured that as I'm going through. I'm like, well, this is the middle of the fucking day. Let's go.
Well, as a result, we've done almost a 2-hour-long podcast.
There's no recap show.
Back to that.
Yeah, true. And we didn't even go into the whole friggin' mess in Gainesville with Jalen Kitna. Jesus, my God, stop! All right, so I got this question has been inspired. One of our followers, one of our favorite people, Mondo. Threw this out yesterday. He was praising Chick-fil-A waffle fries and calling them the best in the game. So my question is, which fast food place has the best French fries?
McDonald's.
And for me, it's hot McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like hot.
Yeah.
Like it can't be cold.
So I totally agree with that. I will tell you, and I saw somebody put this out, Checkers is damn good too. But here's my thing about, they are though, actually. Here's my thing about the waffle fries. The first 2 or 3 of them, kind of like pancakes for you. They are so good. They get so bad so fast. As soon as they cool off the slightest, they suck.
Scoop. What fries are you talking about? The waffle fries from where?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, we're okay. We're going with Chick-fil-A now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what Mondo said are the best.
No. What I'm saying is Toast.
No, it's Chick-fil-A.
For years.
Chick-fil-A.
There you go. He calls it Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's just to piss everybody off, like you.
Oh, yeah.
You realize I do that.
All right.
Grenades.
Bro, which one are you
Grenades.
taking?
Oh, I said McDonald's, like quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's
there's
the
no
problem.
debate.
Oh, you know what, though? Hold on. I'm going to go
worst
against you guys. I'm going to go against you guys on this. When Wendy's switched to like the russet potato fries like 4 or 5 years ago, there's nothing better.
No, Wendy's are number 2 for me. Also, when they're hot, they're a bit thicker than the McDonald's, so I love that aspect of it. But I'll agree with what you snuck in there, Ro. The absolute worst has got to be Burger King.
Burger
Those are the
King's
worst
disgusting.
fucking fries on the planet.
And Chick-fil-A,
It's disgusting.
scoops right there. Chick-fil-A, when you eat the first couple, they're good, but then they're like they get real soggy
Really bad.
and like
really soggy. Yes.
They get soggy and like hard.
I mean,
they're weird.
they're-
Like that's not. I don't think they're real potatoes.
their chicken sandwich is badass though. So
is.
like,
Oh my god!
We actually had it
and
last
the
night,
milkshakes.
yeah.
Just stop.
My girls
The
got the peppermint
milkshakes.
milkshakes yesterday.
Yes. Oh my god! Just get the fuck out of here.
I said, do me a favor, go eat that stuff in the other room, okay? I don't want any of that in here.
yeah.
All right. Next question. I have watched blank hours of World Cup coverage.
Negative 10 minutes.
You haven't even watched the USA? Okay. Rob?
30 seconds.
Wow. Okay. I've watched, pretty much all of it. I'm in the background the entire time. The U.S. and Netherlands on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the round of 16. So if they win that, they go to the quarterfinals.
They're in the Elite Eight, huh? As they say.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Next question. What species of animal is just an asshole?
God, man, the first thing. Can I say the first thing that popped to mind?
Sure.
God, I don't know if this is a good idea. Canes fans. Is that good or bad? Can you bleep? Can you bleep that out?
Your answer.
I'm bleeping that out. Yeah.
No. Your answer. I'll tell you this right now. Your answer is a lot better than mine because the answer that immediately popped in my head went along the lines of a political, and I'm not going to go there.
I'll just say, goddamn cats, dude. House cats are the biggest assholes.
True.
Yeah, because I was thinking humans too.
I digress. Back.
Yeah.
House cats are pretty bad.
Okay.
You said species of animal, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Species of animal that is a complete asshole. Not humans by far number one on that list. I mean, we are animals. Yeah, I'll default to house cats. They are especially bad ones.
Like a hyena. Is that a species? What kind of species?
Like a hyena,
is that? That's an animal. That's not a species,
hyena.
right? Is it?
Yeah, it's a species of animal.
It is hyena.
Yeah.
They seem like assholes.
Absolutely.
Always laughing and shit.
Piranhas seem like assholes.
Stealing your food.
Is
But
it
a species is a fish, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Piranha's a
All right.
type of species. I don't know. Type of a species.
Next question. Who is the best drunk character in a TV show or movie?
Arthur.
Oh, wow. That one, Dudley Moore back in the day. All right. So I was saying Dennis Hopper from Hoosiers.
Okay.
He was a fall down drunk.
He was.
And,
Yeah.
I have an 80s one and more of a modern one. The modern one's going to be Drunk Thor. He's funny. Thor.
Drunk Thor is awesome. Yeah, Drunk Thor. Yep.
Okay.
The 80s one, it's a combo. I got to go with Cliff and Norm.
And the thing about Drunk Thor also, Ro, in Endgame, is that you also know that there was a body odor that went along with that. That you couldn't, that you couldn't smell it in the theater, but you knew that it was there.
Yeah. Yep. And then I don't know if you heard, my 80s version was Cliff and Norm.
So good.
Yeah. It's a combo. Yeah.
Well, but they were never drunk.
Well,
sure they
visibly.
were. They were there every day drinking.
Right, but they weren't like visibly like drunk.
They were there every day drinking.
They were.
Okay.
They were.
For like 7 seasons.
Yeah.
It was but it was beer. It was alcohol-free beer.
It's true.
Yeah, no.
It was O'Doul's.
Yeah. It was O'Doul's.
Which still has a little alcohol.
Not enough to notice. All right. Last question.
What? 2 more.
We do 5 questions.
We've already done
It's called
we
5
only did
questions. 3. We've done 4.
What?
Animals, the
fast food, hours of the World Cup, animals and asshole, best front character.
Oh, sorry, the World Cup. I missed it. Go ahead.
All right, last one. What should absolutely not go into an apple pie? Say it, Ro. Say it.
Your penis. I mean, that's the obvious answer, right?
I was thinking
Like
of what I was
only
trying
answer.
to think of before was crank something. I couldn't think of the other words we used.
No, I got you. We got the title of the
Yeah, I
episode.
couldn't think of it.
Don't worry about it.
Couldn't think of it. Yeah, that's good.
I was gonna say, yeah, outside of penis, it would be like ground beef or something, pork. All right, that's 5 questions.
Like, hold on, like a random how about like a real ingredient that you put in
Real
apple pie
ingredient?
that
Okay.
shouldn't be an apple pie
That people
Pumpkin.
put in it.
that people put in it to just ruin it.
Well, nothing. I've never had apple pie that had anything other than apples in it.
And people put like nuts in it, like pecans and stuff.
You had no. Shut the fuck up.
Walnuts?
You've had an apple pie with nuts?
I think so.
No, you haven't.
Sure. Like on top.
I've
Puts
never
nuts
heard
in
of
apple
such a
pie.
thing.
Well, I don't know.
I have never heard.
I don't know.
I've heard people put
the same guy who puts his penis in it.
I've actually heard that more than an actual.
Well,
I've never heard of nuts in an apple pie.
Sure, you have.
put your penis in it.
Well, I've
put
seen
your
it in
nuts
a movie, just not. Yeah.
I mean, if you're putting your penis in it, you got your nuts too.
So like walnuts or like cashews.
Shoes?
Aren't cashews? Aren't they
Shoes?
cashews?
Cashews.
I believe they're cashews.
God bless you.
Hold on, God bless you. Yeah.
They're cashews.
Cashews.
No. Now.
If you
see,
go and ask a cashew farmer,
you know what you're
it's
being
cashew.
right now? Miami Hurricanes fan. That's what you're being right now.
All right.
I have been to a cashew farm before, and that is how they pronounce it, the farmers.
100% not the case.
100% true. Prove me wrong.
I can't.
I know.
See?
But we got to take you for face value.
Yeah.
This is
Cashew.
very difficult to do.
All right.
Shoot.
All right, so that's the show.
Somebody that knows about something about nuts, you got to fill us in on whether this is cashews or cashews. We need a nut expert.
Not expert. Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was trying to get Monica Lewinsky. on.
Preferably a woman.
Yeah.
All right. Is that a show?
Yeah.
Are we
I
done?
hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking A.
No offense to Will Mallory, who was our guest today. Hangout session in perfect OBB form. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And typically we try to name the episode related to Will Mallory, but it's not going to happen because the name of the episode is Horizontal Crank Rod. So,
Crank rod. Hold on. I'm going to write it down.
I-
Crank rod.
so yeah.
Oh, all right then.
How many candy canes can you support?
On your horizontal crank rod. Oh my goodness.
Please don't send us photos.
We're going to start a new challenge. The horizontal crank rod challenge.
Yes.
Wait,
Every
is it
holiday.
mini or full size?
No, full size.
Is it
Full
mini
size,
or
bro.
full-size candy
No,
cane?
full
How the hell you got a
size.
mini?
Mini
Oh my
candy
goodness.
canes.
No,
Minis look like they
I
hurt.
bet it's not fitting on me. I can't get a mini on mine. I need the full size.
No one believes you. No one believes you.
I know. Neither does my wife.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's get this.
I've heard
we can't
that
do these
the
Friday shows
rainbow
every day.
ones are heavier.
Okay. Well,
More dye.
Now here's
More
my
dye.
thing. Would you be able to? You know how you can make it kind of like lift up, like so you can do like sit-ups
Sure.
with it, with them on there and strengthen it. Yeah.
The question is, can you make a candy cane flip over top?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
you might be able to like if you got your hips going.
No,
like,
no,
spin
no,
around.
no. You can't have it. You can't have any movement other than.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's tough, man. That's tough. All right.
All right.
Something to try when you're alone tonight.
We
in
wish
front
you
of
guys
a full
the
length
best of
mirror.
luck.
Yes. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Let us know how many candy canes you get on your crank rod.
Your horizontal crank rod.
Horizontal crank rod. As always, go Canes!
Hold on. I just thought of this, and I might have to start doing it for the show now. We watched Santa Claus, like Santa Claus is, which is
The first one?
No, which is so it has the 3 shows.
Oh, the new Tim Allen thing. Yeah.
So the new one, which is a series.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to ruin something for you. But Tim Allen is interviewing new for new Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the interviewees is Peyton Manning.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And Tim Allen wants Peyton Manning to give him a ho, ho, ho. Here's the new ending for the show for me, at least through the holiday season. Ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Ho, ho, Omaha, Omaha.
Bang.
That's another episode in the books. The Orange Bowl Boys are brought to you by Ed Morse Automotive Group. Visit edmorse.com.